cooking. You need the link perms for the national anthem for the Dutchies, right? Okay, so permit Dino. Right, where were we up to? How many parts have I got? Okay, so I think we've got past the whole not having enough parts fiasco. Logan, Alex, Theo. Oh, yes, I got Ollie Bierman, didn't I? Amazing. Georgie Russell, where you at? Not interested. Fine. We did our staff, I think, didn't we? Dirk De Beer, scouting the engineers, Alan Permain, Ferrari guy, and then we're just waiting for the scout reports. Ben Mitchell's not interested, but he will be. Marcus Dudley. Oh, it's because it's a race weekend, that's why. It's fine. Cars are ready. I don't think I've built any new parts. I think we're just going with this for the rest of the season. Everything's going into research. New wind tunnel starts 4th of September. All right. Right, need the Dutch national anthem.
Hello, and a very warm welcome as we prepare for the Dutch Grand Prix. We're back from the summer break with topped-up tans. Vacation, though, is now over, and it's time to get serious on the track for the second half of the F1.
Heavy rain in practice. Ouch. I don't even know if I want to send Sargent out in practice. He's irrelevant because I'm not starting him in the race. So you can go and do whatever. As long as we've got King Albon raring to go. I'm just not going to send him out. Do you reckon the board would get pissed off at me by not sending him out? You know, for races.
We're expecting more rain to come.
What are you talking to the driver for? He's still in the pits. Get off the radio. I'll deal with that if it happens.
I think the rain has started a bit. Yep. How's the conditions?
I reckon he'll survive. He'll survive for a little bit. Maybe he won't. Look at that fucking rain spike. I might as well leave him out on the hards until it gets right into the wet. I'll take him off the risky driving. Didn't Alex get a stonking finish at Spa?
We know on conditions. Can't see anything.
Was it like a 7th or a 6th or something? After an amazing DRS drive. Might as well tweak this while we're here. Right, let's go with that. Send him out. Fucked if I can remember. Jesus, Dino. You're the only one that watched it. No one else likes F1 Manager. That's probably the wettest I've ever seen the graph.
What are we thinking about tyres here?
No further range.
Yep.
Hello, Space Monkey. You like F1 Manager's not the mistreatment of certain drivers? Well, do you know what? He's not even going out in practice. I don't trust him that much. All right, let's call him in. Piss about of his tyres. Okay, that's promising. Get on the hards. 15 laps. Out you go, mate. Is it? Is it over 6 mil? I don't actually know where the cutoff point is. Hello, Space Monkey. Nice to see you, pal. We'll get a bet on once we're into the race.
Feedback on limitation.
It's very neutral.
Yeah, copy.
Anything that needs the wet tyres is a red flag. Wait, what? I thought if it needed wet tyres, it was just wet tyres. And then if it goes over a certain level, then they red flag it. I didn't realise it was an automatic red flag. I'm still learning. Like, I had zero knowledge of F1 before I bought this game, and I mean zero knowledge. Couldn't tell you which driver was for which car used to be which car uses which engine. Couldn't tell you fucking nothing. And I've loved this game so much, I'm actually now an F1 fan. Right, that looks good to me. Get out. Did they not use them at Zandvoort? Or did they stay on the Inters? Last weekend? The last time I watched an F1 race, other than like this season, was probably when Jenson Button was at BAR. And I used to watch the F1 on a Sunday when I got in from football. Well, I used to fall asleep on the sofa to the F1 after football on a Sunday. And it was when Jenson Button was at BAR, Jordan was still in it. That is a long time ago. Laps. Boom. Send you out. Go. Give me that lovely apple flavor. We are going to leave Sergeant in the pits once again. Yeah, I went through like Wikipedia to try and like increase my knowledge of F1, and I made a little spreadsheet.
Why is the...
So Mercedes started off as Tyrrell, and then they were BAR, then Honda, and then Russell Braun had... Was it Russell Braun? Have I got his first name completely wrong? But the Braun guy made his own team, and then that became Mercedes. Red Bull used to be Jaguar. Ross Braun, that's the guy. Red Bull used to be Jaguar. Friggin' hell. Aston Martin have gone through so many changes. Aston Martin used to be Jordan. Force India. Haas only came in 2016. Alpine have always been like the Renault, the French team. Alfa Romeo were the old Sauber, and AlphaTauri were Minardi, Toro Rosso. I found that really interesting. I had no idea that Red Bull used to be Jaguar. Are they backdoor Ferrari? Are they using the Ferrari engine, but are they like the Ferrari second team, or are they just using the engine? Or is it all on the hush-hush? Not officially. Pretty sure they're sharing info. Well, if you're Haas, right? I'm not saying this is what's happening, but I'm just trying to think outside the box. Imagine you're Haas and you pay Ferrari enough money to cover any like gearbox changes or ERS changes throughout the season. In return, Ferrari give you maybe... Yeah. So in practice, I always put the shit parts in for the powertrain, and then I keep the good parts for the quali and race. And then in return, what if Ferrari was to give Haas, like, I don't know, aero information and stuff like that? Do you know what I mean? Like, off the books. I mean, I'm sure there's enough brown envelopes flying around F1 for that to be potentially a thing.
Oh, okay.
Actually, balance is good.
Understood.
Okay, he's got great satisfaction. So, space, I always put the shit powertrain in because it doesn't affect the ability to complete practice. And then you just put the new stuff in at Parc Fermé. Alfa Romeo or more backdoor Ferrari? Alfa used to be Sauber. Have Sauber always used Ferrari engines? Okay. I think this run we could get this run to like 94%. Okay, we can't touch anti-roll. Excuse me. Right, I'm going to rock that. Off you pop, Alex. It's just a way of cheesing. Well, it's not cheesing because it's technically legal. As long as you're swapping like for like, you can change those parts right up to the race. So it makes no sense for me to do practice sessions on 90% gearboxes and stuff because I'm just wasting their usage. And it's not like we're trying to set the fastest lap or anything.
Further rain expected. Coffee, yes.
Have they used quite a few engines, right? Yo, Lego.
Light rain in the pit lane at the moment.
How's it going, dude? Thank you so much for the sub. 7 months. Oi, oi.
Give me feedback on track conditions.
Savaloy. Lego, you been on the beers by any chance? You just come in and just created a lot of noise. Nice to see you, mate. How you doing? Yes, yes, of course he has. Well, get another beer in. Come watch the F1. The F1 where we're not even sending Sargent out onto a practice run because we don't trust him enough. Well, I don't trust him enough. You've got the COVID. Is that still a thing? Have you not just got a cold? Stop being soft. I've got the COVID. You're not well. You've got COVID, but you're well enough to be on the beers. Oh, yeah. I see your game, mate. I see your game. Smell you coming a mile off. Way! Way! Wait, where's my button? Where's my button? Where's my button? Congratulations, everyone. Can you please give your congratulations to Lego? Major malfunctions for just getting engaged. It's all downhill from here, mate. So, congratulations. Is your massive dog going to be your best man, or is he going to carry the rings to the altar, whatever it's called? Woof. Ring bearer ledge. Why have I got a question mark? Did he not do enough laps? Right, I think we can just send him back out. He'll be all right. I think that'll be a 95, 96%er. Let him get the track time. Ring bearer. Oh, the
Feedback from you.
you just on fire with the puns and etc. and so forth. That's a 95%er. I could tweak it more, but I think I'd rather get his track knowledge up. So I'm just going to keep that. Send him out for the last 9 minutes. 95% is ample.
Sun's coming out now.
Lego, are you coming down to Hackney? I can't remember. I know Capriso is. That's on Monday. Jesus.
Checker flag.
So Albon managed to be on hard slicks all the way through that intermediate period without a problem. I think his adaptability is like stupid high, which allows him to drive on the wrong tyre. Right, this one I'm just gonna let simulate. No, because that means he'll send Sargent out. I'm gonna have to manage it, aren't I? Right. You can have a long run. Push it. Get up to 100% and then we'll take you off. The proposal holiday. I did that. I took the missus to Paris. I know, cliche, but she wanted to go, and then I thought, you know, might as well kill two birds with one stone. Where did you go? Did you say you was in Italy? Did you go Venice? That would be quite a fucking proposal, actually, in Venice. Well, you know, Dino, you got to think ahead with these things, don't you? When in Rome, as they say. Ah, nice. Is that the first place you buffed? Don't answer that. Oh, mate, your dog swallowed a base. Much love for our very good friend, Lego. You go there every year, mate. You must know all the decent boozers in Edinburgh. Is it a basset hound? I thought it was like a rutty. I think the missus wants a rutty. And they're lovely dogs to have around kids. Like, they've got completely the wrong reputation. But they don't have to kick out a hum. She wants to get a Rotty and call it Lottie.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
Yeah, soft as shite, but proper loud. Are they the... Are Basset Hounds the truffle dogs? Like, they've got the really long ears and they just go around sniffing all the time. Rottweilers are awesome. Yeah, they are good. Yeah, they're the truffle ones. Yeah. Like, we've got Staffy at the minute. And although she's short hair, she doesn't really, like, leave herself everywhere. Whereas a Rotty, like, they drool and the fur is quite thick. So it locks the smell in, and then your sofa smells like the dog, and then it's just whether you can be asked to have a dog house or a constantly Febreze every 20 minutes. Yeah, the bloodhound. Yeah. I knew it was some type of hound, but I'm pretty sure that Bassets were a smeller dog. Right, he's up to 88% track knowledge. He'll come in soon because he's about to run out of fuel. If we just refuel him and send him back out, he might get into the 90s. We'll leave them on. We'll run him for 10 laps. And we'll put him on conserve. With any luck, that'll get like 97%. Am I overstretching? I'm very much overstretching. 96. Either way, it's perfectly good. If you get a Rotty, you need to train them immediately. Yeah. Yeah, on top of that, mate.
On tyres when you can.
If you leave a Rotty
Clocks
to
are going
fend
out.
for themselves and boredom,
All
then
good.
you're on a path to destruction. They are very, very, very intelligent, very emotionally intelligent.
Okay, check a flag.
But they need structure, and they need to know who's boss, where they are in the ranks, and then they're soft as shite. %95 confidence. Banging with that. Sergeant, you're going to get retired, so don't
There's
worry too
tension.
much, mate. Only 5 months to go, and then you're out of contract. So now, Space, we put the good parts in. And I'm running low on those as well as it is. Okay, good parts in, soft tires, you're untested, you're not going out. Start. 80 kilo, shit. And the other that was trained is lean and super obedient, smart and a big softie. Exactly that, mate. Exactly that. You leave them to their own devices, they're one of the worst dogs you could have. All right.
So close to 0, but negative.
So Albon set his
Alex.
first time. Nothing
that
to
right
really
there?
compare it to
Okay,
yet.
copy.
Reconfigure, get the tyres, and then we wait now until it's quiet, and then we'll send out another one. He's only got to get into Q2. That's what the sponsors want. I don't even need to send Sergeant out. Now. Right. He's on his flying lap. Let's watch it. He's just gone through turn 1. He's coming up to turn 2, turn 3. We're looking for green or purple. Purple is like not going to happen because that means you've set the fastest sector of like everyone. But as long as he can get green in sector 2 and sector 3, that means he could potentially be setting a better time. Oh, mate, that's the next level of knowledge when I can actually name the corners. Okay, sector 2 was green, so there's a chance he could beat his original lap time. Yellow means it was slower than his best sector so far. Coming up to the start finish. So he
Currently P9.
did he beat it? Like he might have
This
beat
lap
it
time
but
is
still
good.
be in 9th
And
place. I
boxing.
don't think he beat it.
Copy.
So that first sector must have been really slow. But we can reconfigure, and if we get scared, we can send him out right at the last second. And I think I'm going to have to. I'm going to send Sergeant out for the lols. All right.
Okay, and checkered flag.
I'm happy that we've only like a minute left, that we are in 10th. I don't think there's anyone here that's going to get us. Potentially Gasly, potentially Sonoda. I sent Sergeant out and he finished 19th. Right, mate, you get back in now. Get back in your corner. You, sir. Hi, by the way. Nice to see you. Not seen you in ages. But that's a very nice message to put as the first message in about 10 months. You too, sir, are an incredibly handsome individual. Have you been on the beers, you, sir? It is Friday night after all. I've not even opened my bottle of Malbec yet. We got that to come. 10 months like fuck. Honestly, mate, it must have been like 10 months since you've been in my chat. You're like a fucking hermit under a rock. How are you anyway, Sausage? Nice to see you. Are you a fan of F1 perchance? Oh, you've had some vocations. Were they the life and death, the black and green ones?
Keep focus on the brakes on the way in if you can.
Okay.
I've got a Trivento, an Argentinian Malbec. So it was awarded the Master of Wine 2022 Best of Argentina and Master of Wine Best Value 2022. Now that could be a completely made up award because I don't know, like the guy that awarded it could just be a random bloke. I don't know. Right, let me convert you, sir, because before I bought this
a yellow flag here.
All right, shush, David. Before I bought this game, I knew fuck all about F1. Learned about F1 through this game, and now I'm a fan of F1. So I reckon I could convert you, sir. Italian white. I'm very particular with my white. I tend to only like Pinot Grigio. Like white isn't my jam unless it's a Pinot Grigio on a like hot summer's afternoon. Other than that, it's mainly red that I like. Oh, I don't doubt you, mate. I don't doubt you at all. Come on, Albon, you got to pull something out your arse here, sunshine. I'm just white I'm very particular about. Right, he's done a green first sector, everyone. This is not a drill. Come on, Albon. Come on, Albon. Get us in queue. Ah, he's fucked it on the second sector. What an anticlimax. Well, you, sir, I'm going to try and convert you anyway. So, shut up, sit back, get a beer, and watch King Albon absolutely own. Yes, Alex, what a run.
There's P9.
What a run.
Yeah, that's a good lap. That's a good lap.
We've still got Hamilton
Let's
to
go
go out
now.
yet, so I won't get too excited just yet. But I'm going to go for it nonetheless. Send out now. Come on, Albon. Flying lap. Let's get on board. Whoa, what a camera angle. Whee! Come on, let's do it. Come on, Alex. Meow, meow, meow. Right, let's crack over in the Malbec. It's a green first
Flag
sector.
ahead of you.
My balls are tingling. Come on, Albon, you got this, son. You got this. Second sector is a green. He could be getting to Q3 here. Big finish, Alex. Big finish. Big finish all over their faces. Very proud of you, Alex. Very proud of you. Now we've just got to cross our fingers that nobody else gets above him. He's in fucking Q3. That's a combination never before seen. Well, since like Wednesday. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I need to go back. I need to go back. 1, 2, 3. Right, listen up. Listen up. There's 3 people here that have taken grid penalties. Probably for extra components. So we could potentially here gain 3 places on our qualifying time. This Q3 could be more important than I thought it would be. Come on, Big Alex. Come on, Big Alex. Let's put you on old tyres. Let's get you out there. Let's throw a lap out. Get out there, Big Alex. Come on, son. I remember when I right, this is going to sound fucking stupid. I'm going to sound like a right dick, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So I went to Ladies' Day at Ascot once for a job that I used to have. Like, they gave us some comp tickets. Like, all-inclusive comp
Good break
tickets.
tempo
You get
this out, that.
lunch. You get all the... It's a free bar. And then at the end of lunch, after I'd had about 8 double vodka and cokes, I decided it would be really hilarious, because I was wearing like a suit jacket, to put the leftover bottles of wine from lunch in my jacket, like to try and get them out onto the turnstile-y bit where you put your bets. So I put 1 in each of my back pockets, 1 in each of my inside pockets, and then was just like walking out like this, thinking no one would see. And the fucking bouncer stopped me at the door, and there's all these posh cunts around me. And he stood there like patting me down and just taking like 3/4 full bottles of red wine out of my jacket and out of my pants. And there's like all these posh ladies in dresses just looking at me like I'm some sort of fucking scabby, horrible bastard. But, you know, God loves a trier. I don't remember much after that.
So keep the delta negative where you can.
And boxing this lap.
Right. I think Alex is going to be about 8th or 9th here. Do I risk? Let's risk another set of softs. No, because I like going soft, medium, soft. And if there's a safety car, I want a backup set of softs. So I'm going to stick to the old softs. Go for another lap. Right. He's on his flying lap. Just crossed the start-finish line. Here we go. Remember, there could be a potentially 3 extra places we could go up with the grid penalties. So if we could nick 8th here, 3rd row of the grid. I could make shit happen with Albon from 5th. No. I like going soft, medium, soft. On the tyres in this game, Space Monkey, thank you. Which means I need 2 sets of softs. But if there's a safety car, I want to have at least 1 backup of softs in case I need to push towards the end. He's not getting any better. All right, Alex, you tried, mate. You tried. I know, mate. I know. It's all right. 10th will do. 10th is better than we expected. All we needed you to do was get out of Q1, and you've done that. You're a hero in my eyes. Zandvoort looking very different these days. What, compared to when they used to do it in the 70s or 80s or whenever it was?
Race day has arrived, and the time has almost come for...
All right. Cloudy. Doesn't look like it's going to be any rain. Should we check the weather? Let's check the weather. No rain. Sounds to me like it's a soft, medium, soft kind of day. What's that? Yeah, soft, medium, soft kind of day. Can we push it? Yes, you can. No, we can't. We can't push it in the slightest. $122.50. $122.50. That's what we're going for. I hate not having... Why do you not have any suggested strategies? Oh, that's right, because you're not racing. I don't like not being able to push on my tyres. Do we go medium, medium, soft and fucking gun it on both sets? Ooh, could that be an outside of the box type situation? I've only got one set of mediums. Right, that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to have to be really careful with when I'm gunning it. So I'm going to have to run standard unless I'm really going for an overtake with DRS. And then I'll set it to attack, and then I'll have to bring it right back again. I'm starting in 8th, so I gained 2 places after the grid penalties.
Here we go.
I could make something happen from 8th. I could make something happen. Now, before we start the race.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
We are going to set Alex Albon to high aggression, and we are going to retire Logan Sargent so he doesn't cost me any money. But before that, yes, National Anthem time. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, could you please be upstanding for the National Anthem of the Netherlands? Yeah, all right, mate. I just said that. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Up the Dutch, as they say in Deutschland. Thank you for that, Dino. Right, what did I want to do? I wanted to do something. I think I've set everything that I need to set. Let's have a look at the track and see if I can work out a naughty little DRS zone for us to take advantage of.
Typical overtake.
Okay.
Come on, Alex.
Box,
Big
Logan,
race, mate.
box.
Big race. We've got points on the table here.
We'll retire the car. Sorry.
Racing on steroids. Bloody hell, Space. Then it would just be a matter of the richest team that can spend more on aero. Would you still have like the CFD and the wind tunnel time restrictions and shit like that, or just let them go to town? Usurp. Trust me, this is race 14. This is the best strategy for Sargent. I've already got him replaced with Lando Norris for next season, right? Sargent is an irrelevance at this stage. Right, let's have a quick look at the track. Where am I looking for my DRS zones? I don't really want to overtake on the first DRS because it's a longer straight on the second. So as we're coming up to the first DRS zone, if I hold back, put it on low overtake, and then as soon as we get to the end of the first DRS zone, we set to deploy, try and do them on that first turn after the DRS zone, and slingshot our way past them on that long sweeping right-hander. I'm going to keep pushing until we're on to DRS lap 3. You would bin off a lot of the restrictions. Maybe keep the rules about using beryllium alloys in the engine because irradiating racetrack is not... Jesus fucking Christ. We're already way out of DRS range, so... absolutely no point in us trying to keep up.
Currently P8. Next car ahead is Russell. Sonoda behind you.
We're going to charge. We're going to set it to neutral once we're about 80% on the battery. And just see if we can catch up. Bearing in mind, every car in front of us is faster than us naturally. We're not expected to catch them. But we've got to do our best to try and hold off whoever's behind us. And try and hope that Perez takes out Verstappen again. Right, let's set that to neutral. We can still burn fuel for a bit. But we're already 2 seconds off the pace, so it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Radioactive pistons made from depleted uranium. So what have been the two best tracks for us so far? Montreal and Spa, with those really aggressive DRS zones that we used. I think this circuit might be too sweeping for us. Like, there's a lot of sweeping left and right hand turns. We seem to do better when it's pace, hard braking, pushing out of corners. I think our raw lack of pace is going to hurt us here. FYI, there's an ad starting in 4.5 minutes. So if you don't want to miss the race, now's your chance to find that Amazon Prime. Or just sub. But you don't have to. Hamilton's already done Sonoda. Hamilton's faster than us by a country mile. He's going to be up our arse in no time. There's no rain forecast, so I think I'm only going to push it down to about 1.6, and then I'll balance that off. There's not much room for strategy at this track. Unless we get safety cars at the right time, but you can't bet a race strategy on safety cars. This is just a track that we're not going to be good at. You have so far a good Italian anthem and a good Japanese one. All the Singapore ones are underwhelming. All right. Keep doing your magic. Why is Hamilton not catching us? I think he must just be chilling. Chilling like a villain for a bit. Can't push the tyres, so I can't really force a play. I've just got to... This might be a fast forward race. Not a great deal I can do. Not a great deal I can do. And this is why I don't like having a tyre setup where I can't push the tyres, because it leaves me completely unable to make any sort of tactical move. I kind of have to go through the motions. Right, the fuel's down as low as I want it. ERS is fine. And I've just got to try and get him back on this tyre delta. It's a bit of a shit race, really. Unless somebody's on a strategy with hard tyres, if it's all going to be soft and medium, it's all just going to cancel each other out. Is it called Tarzan Corner? That's wicked. Can't I change the tyre set? What do you mean, Space? I can set whatever tyre strategy I want. So I can set whatever strategy, but the thing is, because of the length of the race, the soft, medium, soft, they last just long enough until each pit stop. So that doesn't give me a chance to like up the pace and try and push to overtake, because I'll burn my tyres away. Like already Alex Albon has nearly burnt his tyres off, and I need to be on that line. I could add another stop, but then I have to take into account the 25 seconds that I lose by having an extra pit stop compared to everybody else. So it's that balancing game that comes in with strategy. Like, I have to run light now because I tried to push too hard at the start. And I'm going to get overtaken by Hamilton. Norris is probably on par with us, car-wise.
Is open. Yep, copy.
I'm not pitting till lap 22. Nothing I can do until lap 22. The amount of compounds you get per race. So you get a set amount of tyres every weekend, and you have to use certain tyres in qualifying and stuff like that. So generally, you don't change that to have more or less of a particular compound when you get to the race. Like, I couldn't just like stockpile a load of medium tyres. It doesn't work like that. But I am comfortably ahead of Norris at the minute, and he's not really gaining And he's on the same strategy as I. So, unless Tsunoda comes in with some weird strategy that I'm not thinking of, we should be able to hold on to 10th. Gasly scares me a little bit being in 13th. But the others, I think we're on par with. So we should be all right. The ones ahead of us, they're already too far ahead. Unless they crash or have a really shit pit stop. Who's that? Is that Minton Tatties? Oh, mate. Thanks so much for the resub. I really appreciate that, dude. How you doing? Are you enjoying the Rust White? I came off of it because it was just a bit quiet. And I had a real hankering for F1. Right, let's get on the mediums this lap.
And we'll box this lap. Box, box. Happy to increase pace.
Yep, sure.
Just started, mate. I'm sure I saw you on there earlier today. Right, let's get him pitted. I really hate having to fast forward these type of races because I love it when you have to watch it lap by lap and you've got to be like, right, what do I do here? What do I do there? But for this, there's nothing I can do. 2.4, that's a good pit stop for us. So I'll put this on attack. I'll get the tyres up to temperature and then I'm going to have to drop it back to standard. Who's got to come in ahead of us? Joe's got to come in soon. 2, 3. So all of these have got to come in soon. So we'll be back up to 10th. Barring a major crash, I don't think anything's going to happen in this race. Found an airdrop at the top of this big tower shaped like a gingerbread man. No! I called in the airdrop and I was like, I bet I forget to pick up this airdrop. Did you get it? No, I would have had a safety car. Very true. But, you know, the safety car is there for everyone. Unless it happens at the right time for our strategy, it doesn't really make a difference. Did you pick up the airdrop? I completely forgot that I called it in. Oh, for fuck's sake. Bye, Joe. Bye, Felicia. You had to ladder up a bit. Oh, mate, fair play. Was it decent? What was in it? A Spas, some high qual, a bucket helmet, 100 scrap, and a chainsaw. That's what I'm guessing. If it was a jackhammer, I'm going to be pissed. Yeah, then, mate, 9 times out of 10, them airdrops are a waste of time. A Tommy in a jacket. Oof. Well, as long as you had fun climbing up my tower. Have you seen it at night time yet? I've got the front, like all of his facial features and that on neon signs. It should shine pretty well in the night. Right, tyres are up to temperature. Once again, fast forward and see if anyone crashes. Our hands are absolutely tired. Yeah, if you're still on Minch, just have a look at it at night time. It's quite fun. Right, is Norris going into pit soon? No. So there's a chance that we could make a play here on Norris. So let's see what we can make happen. Not pushing the tyres. All I've got to play with here is DRS. So I'm going to deploy, see if we can get under a second
deploy.
ready for the next zone. I don't think we will. But I might have enough to push this lap and the next one. We've got to get this under a second by the time we get round to the next DRS. And we'll get a nice recharge at the start of the lap. So this corner will probably get us up to about 45, 50. All right, 57. We're inching closer. Gasly behind us by 6 seconds. He's not going to be a worry. Now, I don't want to overtake on this first DRS zone. I want to time it and push on the second. Oh, would ya? That's Gary. I've made a pact with him to keep him alive until the end of the wipe. Would you please feed him? Okay, so this nice little DRS boost, we've got none left, but we are in prime position to do him on this next zone as we go past the start-finish line.
Pack is currently low.
Okay.
Let's get the pack under control.
He won't have DRS because he's
Yes.
nearly 6 seconds behind Russell. Right, now gun it, gun it, gun it, gun it. Aggressive, out of the
Closing up 2
corner.
cars ahead.
One! Keep the racing line, Alex. Keep the racing line straight into the turn. You're trying. You're doing fucking magically, mate. Absolutely magical.
Let's try and build this pack up.
Okay, copy.
So we're gonna have to harvest now. As soon as we get to the next DRS, Norris might overtake us, but that works in our favour because we should still be close enough to do it on the second DRS, which is why I hate overtaking on the first one. Dino, that was a different horse. It doesn't mean anything to me. It's only about Gary. Right, he didn't do it on the first one. He's definitely going to do it on the second one now. Right, push the tyres. I have to.
Okay, Alex, maximum pace now.
I have to do everything
Yes.
that I can to stay ahead of him. No! No!
Use the overtake.
Yes, okay.
All right, all right, all right.
Low on pack.
We can do
Copy.
this. We just need to get him to burn his entire battery trying to stay ahead of us.
Yeah, it's just not possible.
It is possible, Alex. I believe in you. I believe you can drive.
Tyre short term.
I believe you can drive in the sky. I think about it every night and day. Come on now, Alex. Come on now, Alex. Hamilton's right up our chuffer on fresh, soft tyres. Not a good spot to be in. That's fine. I'm going to admit defeat against Norris on this occasion. I'm going to need to harvest for a couple of laps.
Just keep your pace up. Yep, copy.
Even if we do him here, he's going to do us at the second DRS zone. We're just going to go backwards and forwards until one of us can get our battery fully charged.
As soon as I try to race anyone, I just
Alex,
have no
I've got you,
chance.
bro. I've got you.
Anything can happen.
Got you, bro. Right, I'm going to set it to low overtake in the hope that he doesn't overtake him at the first DRS zone. I want to still be behind him after the first DRS, and then we'll push it for the second. I don't think that's really going to be an option. Oh, hang on. High overtake.
It's critical we overtake.
Yeah, copy.
Right, we've just hit the marker now. We should do him on the straight. And I've not been using my battery. Tyres are fine. Now, if I set my battery to normal, I might have enough to pull out of this corner without absolutely draining it for the rest of the lap. I might have done this one lap too early, but we'll see. So if we can stay ahead, he's going to have to pit before we pit. And if he keeps pushing like he is trying to keep ahead of us, he's going to burn through these tyres a lot quicker. Ninth is as far as we're going to go. Fingers crossed, but Hamilton's pushing on softs. And these softs are fresh. We're just chilling. We're just chilling. We've done the hard part. We've got past Norris with a half-charged battery, enough for us to be on neutral. So if the worst was to happen and he was to get ahead of us, we've got some in reserve. We could dump it. Unless he's keeping up with us whilst charging. That would be less than optimal. I might run the next lap on Harvest because he's so far behind. Yes, he's got DRS, but he's almost nearly a second behind. And then I can reevaluate with a full battery. So if we harvest the rest of this lap, we could be up to around 75% battery, which is enough just to bang it on neutral for the foreseeable. Because he is starting to gain on us, which means I think he's using his battery to try and gain on us, whereas we're not having to use our battery. So this is that shift in balance between us being behind Norris, using our battery to try and get ahead of him, that couple of laps where we were fighting, trying to like balance out the battery, and then now me being ahead, trying to be smart with our battery and just stay ahead of him a little bit. So as soon as we cross the start-finish line, he will do us on DRS. But this is fine because he's using like his battery to get ahead of us. We've still got the advantage.
Keep pushing.
Hamilton going past is expected. He's on fresh softs. It's not Hamilton that we're racing, it's Norris. And I think we've got the battery advantage over Norris at this stage. Plus, me and Hamilton can use the DRS advantage as well. Norris ain't got DRS for shit. So on this lap, I'm targeting a zone 2 overtake for Norris. I'm not going to push on zone 1. That's not the optimum zone to do it. Now we push.
Yeah. Deploy. Yeah.
So we should have better DRS out of this ERS out of this corner, do him on the DRS straight, and then back to neutral at the end of the straight, and still come up at the end of the turn 1 with like 60% battery. Ideally, we want him to take a little bit of a lead into the DRS zone 1, and then that'll help us slingshot away from him.
No point even trying to defend these positions.
Alex, listen to what I'm trying to tell you. This geezer's going to have no battery left at the end of this corner.
Can't use the overtake.
Copy.
You can afford to drop back.
Okay.
I'm just keeping my eye on the interval splits between us and Norris just to see if he's falling back. If he's falling back, it means he's absolutely caned his battery. And it's going to take him 4 laps to get back in anywhere near us. He is going to be in DRS, so this is going to shrink. But the main split that I want to see is going to be coming out the end of turn 1. Because this is where we should pull away. We're not going to panic. We're just going to keep it on neutral. He's getting down to 0.8 of a second behind us. And I'm not going to risk burning my battery just to stay ahead of him. Not yet. When it's consistently like 0.6, 0.7, I'll give a little burn on the battery just to get out of DRS range, but I don't think it's worth it just yet. Because we'll end up burning through our battery before we get enough of a lead. At the minute, we're just naturally holding him off.
And it's go push.
Yes.
He's holding that half second behind me. I'm going to try and push away from him. He's like a fart in a lift. I just can't push him away from... I can't push away from him. Hang on. We're almost out of range. Almost out of range. We're out of range. Keep pushing. Once we're through these last 2 zones, I'm going to whack it all back to neutral. You crashed.
Not totally sure what's happened. Seems to be Perez, though.
There's a BSC,
Is he out? Is Perez...
close to 0.
Yep.
Perez has got a penalty. Bottas is out. Well, I think I missed the chance for the replay. All right, let's fast forward through the safety car. That has probably helped our tyres quite a
BSC
bit.
ending.
Copy.
I think we can reduce lifting coast.
Copy.
Okay.
DRS enabled.
I'm going to
If you've
keep
got
that
any
fuel
pace
delta
left,
positive,
good now.
and then when I go on the softs, I'm just going to send it.
Increase lifting coast.
I think we've managed to fight off Norris because he's pitted. Yeah, Norris is pitted. So I think we've won that battle. Gasly's on tyres that are pretty much the same as us. He might gain a second a lap, half a second a lap advantage. But I think we're pretty comfortable in 10th at the minute. Excuse me. Absolutely no reason to burn the fuel, no reason to burn the battery. I'll keep the tyres aggressive because I think the delta will be, it's what, 4 laps away? So I'm going to fast forward until we get closer to our
window is
pit
open.
time.
Okay, copy.
When are we pitting? 50. Gasly's going to be going on to softs as well. But I'm hoping Gasly doesn't have a good enough fuel delta for us to push past him eventually. Temp is all we've got at the minute. And we're holding off a faster car to get temp. Because the Alpine is faster than us. We're clearly ahead of everyone here. So the Alfa Tauris, the McLarens, the Haas's. We're quicker. It's just the Alpines that are like our closest rival at the minute. And I'm hoping this extra fuel delta will enable us to push a little bit harder once the softs are up to temperature. Alright, we've got one more lap to go. We're going to go back on softs this lap. Attack.
We are boxing this lap.
I won't attack the fuel just yet.
okay,
Keep
boss.
neutral. We've got loads of battery. We'll just tail off Gasly for the DRS. Take our lap and then push from there. Good pit stop for us, that. Very good pit stop for us.
Busy pit exit.
Next season, I want it down in the 1/8. But for this season, that's a good pit stop. So we're going to attack. We're going to hold the fuel until we're up to temperature, and then we're going to push the fuel. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars ahead of us. that need to pit. So 5 cars ahead of us that need to pit could put us in 9th if we can push hard and fast on the softs at the start and then obviously hold them off after their pit stop. But we are right where we need to be for that 10th position. Right where we need to be. We've got a positive fuel delta, tyres are coming up, and we've got end of this lap, we'll have a fully charged battery. And then we can see if we can make shit happen. Right, tyres are up. Switch to aggressive.
Okay,
Push
happy
the
to
fuel.
manage tyres short term.
Okay.
So Hulkenberg should pit this lap. If not, what the fuck are you doing? Magnussen probably 3 or 4 laps. Hamilton should be pitting this, if not the next lap. And then I think we might be too far away from Russell for it to make a difference. I think Russell will get back out ahead of us after his pit stop. So it's 9th or 10th that we're fighting for. Gasly right up our arse isn't so much of an issue. That was to be expected. But I'm just thinking if it's worth us not letting him pass, but if he does get past us, we can at least like piggyback each other for DRS zones, which will ultimately increase both of our lap times. If we can like slingshot past each other for a few laps. Right, Russell's in the pit. I don't think we're going to overtake him.
Yellow ahead.
I think he'll come out just ahead of us. Miles ahead of us. Right, definitely 10th. 10th is the last bastion that we are going for.
Ridiculous.
No, it's not ridiculous. It's expected. Do you know what? I wish there was, like, you know, in Football Manager, you have shouts where if you can see the goal, you can say, like, encourage or berate. Like, if one of your drivers gets overtaken, I wish you could just say, don't worry, or you're doing great. Do you know what I mean? Just to try and offset the loss of confidence from an overtake that I have already said is fine to happen. I really need to wee. Would you lot mind if I paused it just to go and wee? I know it's not the best time to do it, but I'm sorry. I need to wee. Llama's filth, mate. I love Llama. Not because she's filth. I love Llama despite the fact that they're filth. And I get to see Llama at B. Dolan's gig. I cannot wait. Fucking love Llama. and everyone else going, obviously, I'm going to hug you all. I will be a drunken mess. There's not much more in life, right? This is a bit of a side swerve. But you buy a highly rated vape juice and it turns out to be shit. Because it costs 25 quid a bottle and it's like, do you know what? I don't enjoy it. I'm very, very disappointed in what I ordered the other day. I really shouldn't go off reviews. I should just stick to the ones that I know I like. Anyway, back to the race. Albon. Whee! Tyres are cooking, but I think they're going to be all right for a bit. What's the pit situation? Bom, bom, bom. Everyone's pitted. So, we're fucked. Everyone has pitted. And we are nowhere near. Despite pushing as hard as we can. This is the pace of our car. So I'm going to fast forward because I can't push. I can push the battery, but what's the point? I'm not going to maintain. 12th is the best I'm going to get. Unless somebody's tyres suddenly fuck up. No. So this is a dead race as far as I'm concerned. So we started, what, 8th? But our lack of pace has got us down to 12th, and there was nothing we could do in the strategy that would have given us any form of tactical advantage. Unlike Spa, where we could, our tyre choice of soft, medium, soft gave us room to push in certain sectors. This it's just a pure pace track. It's just not a track for us. I've got nothing left in the tank to push Norris here.
Yeah, we're back on low on pack again.
Yeah.
Now we should be able to take a look.
I stand corrected.
Here we are then looking at turn 12. Can they squeeze by? The points in touching distance now. They're 11th.
11th on the last lap. 11th, 12th doesn't make a blind bit of difference. If you're not in the points, it honestly doesn't matter
We
to
are
me.
low in the pack.
Coffee, yes.
Flag is out.
That's
11th.
11. Really
It's not
solid job there,
terrible.
Mike. I think
It's
you
not
did well.
great. We started 8th. I wanted points, but we just didn't have the pace on that
Dear oh
track.
dear, what a disaster of a drive.
No, don't worry about Logan. Logan's going to be absolutely fine.